Hi,
Hello.
everybody. I'm
How
Laura.
how art thou? I'm Ravina.
How art thou?
Welcome to the Echoes and Embers podcast, where we host our soulful banter on the themes of life. This week, we're in chapter 2. We're on the element of earth, and we're discussing the topic of support. Before we get started, it's Palo Santo time.
Mm-hmm.
Just set the space. I need to get some more of this. I'm on my last little nugget.
You've been saying that for like 3 episodes.
I know. You're right. I have. Okay, I'll buy some tonight. It's gonna happen.
All right. We clear the noise. We keep the warmth.
We're here. You're here. This space is ours. Did I say that wrong?
Nope. You said it perfectly fine.
All right, great.
What's true can stay.
The rest can go. Let's begin.
Let's begin.
I thought I missed this a line.
Nope. You said it all.
We
And
did.
I didn't even have the little script. I think I'm finally
neither
memorized.
did I. I think I do too, and that's why I like second guessed myself. I was like, wait, did I miss something?
I was running over it in my head before we started speaking. So our topic is support this week. Well, the element of earth, one of our favorite things, and
Earth.
the topic of support.
Support. So earth is the element of structure, stability, groundedness, nourishment, the tangible reality, embodiment, and presence. Something we can stand on, draw strength from. And I don't know, I feel like just in my life this past week, there's been a lot of illumination on what support is for different people and in different moments. And it's been really beautiful because I've had quite a few conversations with people, close friends, like at least 3, where we've reflected on like what that means for us. I don't know, how has it shown up for you this week? Support. Yeah.
Really in a way of just like, I'm my biggest supporter. Like, yes, I have a loving family. Yes, I really have a great support system between my husband, my kids, my sister, my dad. I'm surrounded by people who always boost me up, but I have to show up and support myself every day to make those connections real and lasting. And I mean, I've been on a big like health grind the last 4 months, and so getting up with myself and first of all, supporting myself with good sleep and waking up with that clean, happy, ready to go mindset. And there are days where I wake up and I'm like, funky, fuck, I gotta go to work. No. All right, no, let's support yourself with a healthy mindset, a healthy attitude, and a healthy routine in the morning. So this past week, I've really worked on waking up about 20, 30 minutes earlier than I do, and supporting myself with warm lemon water in the morning.
Yes,
And
me too.
just getting in the mirror before even getting in the shower. And I have a couple affirmations posted on my mirror where it's like, we're going to have a great day. Great things are happening for me today. And just giving myself that mental support and that mental boost in the morning. Like, really, I've noticed a tangible like effect on my mood and energy for the day. And this week I felt so much more motivated to do personal, like, just personal things that I'm working on and completing things. Like I shared with you my book that I completed this week, and it was a push to get through that thing and being able to support myself through being consistent. And it was just, I don't know, support is staying consistent for myself.
Yeah.
And this first few hours during the morning and getting ready to get out the door, like, can really make or break your day and your attitude and really your people that you're close interactions with. Like I don't know, just waking up and supporting my mindset this week has been my biggest focus point for myself. And it leads into the rest of the day. I get through my work shift, I get home, and it just ripples into, okay, let's do dinner. Okay, let's do a workout routine. Okay, unwind with something light. I love to watch anime, so I've been watching some Dan to Dan.
Bang,
And
new season, so good.
new
So
season,
good.
gotta check it out. One of the best animes in the market, on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, just supporting myself with things that give me joy. Like, we gotta go to work, we gotta make the money, but supporting myself with good foods, good habits, and good company.
Yeah.
I'm really fortunate too, because my husband is a really big supporter of me, and he's like my number one fan. And he's always just like, even on my ugliest days, no makeup, hair in a bun, didn't give much of a shit about what I looked like for the day. He's like, "You're so cute," and I'm like, "What?" Pimples popping everywhere, and I'm just feeling ugly. And he's like, "You're just so beautiful," and I'm like, "You really
Oh,
just know how to make a girl feel supported, don't ya?" And
that's
so
so good.
I get really fortunate having him as my partner, and just we support each other with everything. Like, we can talk about anything and comfortably discuss if something's not making us comfortable, or giving advice on how to do it better, or just it's a really great support system on my partner, or with my partner. So get you one of them, everybody. Get you a supporting, loving partner.
Yeah, get you one
10,
of them.
10 out of 10, highly recommend. And I'm not talking about somebody that's just going to buy your way through life. I'm talking about
No.
somebody who gives you the truth, gives you the love, gives you just that authenticity of themselves,
Authenticity.
because it seriously brings it out in you. And it's good shit. It's good shit to make you want to live happily, and that in its sense is worth more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been on a health journey too it's been so when we started this podcast, I was 2 weeks into not smoking weed and like detoxing off of nicotine from like the wraps that I would use. And
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like snowballed into this bigger journey where I focused on like gut, skin, and liver to bring that into balance. And it's been difficult because it's like pushed me past certain layers that I haven't really dug into before and stayed consistent with. So, like you were saying, it's consistency is how I've been able to show up for myself, and having these like little things like logging entries online or using my calendar to just check off, right in the box, like I took this and this and this, so I can see this tiny little box of like progress. And then when I wake up in the morning and I'm sipping on that lemon water, I do a little bit of apple cider vinegar in it, to stimulate like bile flow. It's part of like the gut thing that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It snowballs for the rest of the day. I'm like, oh, okay, accomplished. Ding, ting, ting, ting. And then how it's helped me at work is I'm more nourished because I'm eating certain breakfast foods before I go to work. So I'm like, my blood sugar is way more stable. Like my mood is more stable. I feel more focused and relaxed at work. So showing up for myself in that way has been really, I'm proud of myself because
Yay.
I am like my number one support too. And I think we've been in a bubble with ourselves, like you, me, Ashley's been doing this too, in our own kind of like vortex of really dialing in. And that's amazing. And something like I was saying earlier before I pegged that question was, I've had conversations with friends this week of how, and actually the last like 2-3 weeks, how like communicating what support actually is. And sometimes, I feel like what a breakthrough that I've had with these conversations is realizing that support isn't always trying to communicate a solution to somebody or a solution to yourself. It's really giving yourself room to just be frustrated with whatever is like in front of you at the moment, or you're venting to a friend, and they allow you to just say what you have to say without minimizing your experience in it, like if it's hard. And normally you're somebody that does hard things and it's easy for you. Like, oh, you're like a strong person, you'll be fine. Like, that is hard to hear when you are struggling with something, or like this was me. I'm that person. A couple weeks ago, I'm having that conversation. And when you're saying like, yeah, this is the grit that I'm experiencing right now, support can really be shown by acknowledging that that can be hard for somebody that already does hard things, and it might seem small, or like, oh, like it's not a big deal, like it'll be over soon. That hurts.
Mm,
So that's something that has been communicated in like my life and my circles, and like reflected back in other situations, for them, like that I've communicated it with. And it's helped like our bond strengthen, and like be able to see deeper on like how to show up for each other.
mm-hmm.
So when we're doing these things for ourselves, like when we want to get better and you're trying to do something, it's hard to be vulnerable sometimes with like
Mm-hmm.
the things that are difficult. And when somebody does choose to share it, I think the best course of action for like figuring out how to help somebody, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to say, I don't know how to help you, it's just displaying curiosity, like being curious about their uh current like experience, like,
Well, I think
okay,
that's a good way too to create more of a connection with that person and to create that stable bond. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
supporting bond, and that's always my go-to is, listen with curiosity. And if I haven't been through that or I don't know how to like reflect with you on that, like I'll ask questions just to like keep conversation kind of flowing and to learn
yeah,
more about that person.
yeah, questions, curiosity, yes, 100%. Like I think that's it's been a really huge breakthrough for me to have those conversations
Well,
recently.
I think too, like having that thought of curiosity when you're listening to somebody and looking at how they're responding to that is going to also within that conversation tell you if this is going to be a friendship or support system down the road. Because some people are they don't want to be friends or they don't want to like open up, and you're not going to force them to have a friendship with you or create
Yeah.
or connect with you. So
And some people
it's a
will
good
just
like,
vent dump. Like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, the people that I'm referring to, these are already close, like
yeah,
close
that's your
knit. So
circle.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's my circle. Like, we're going deeper in our bond
Mm-hmm.
and we're able to have those conversations. But other people that are like, maybe you don't have any close friends right now, or you're in a new city, or like you're just feeling alone, and then you're trying to like communicate with somebody at work or whatever.
Yeah.
Beware that sometimes people don't want to be friends. They just,
Yeah.
yeah, they want somebody to just dump and complain on, rather
Well,
than
that's
like,
something I've had to become aware of too. Like, I sometimes get into where I'm just like word vomiting an emotion I'm feeling in that moment. And I've had to, like, even at work, I will, I'm in a new state, so I'm around new people. And I've had to become aware of like coming in feeling frustrated that day or getting frustrated about something at work and then just word vomiting all over the new friend I'm trying to make. And I'm like, and then I apologize to her and I'm like, shit, dude, I am so sorry. I just like projectile vomited all over you. Like, please still be my friend. And we laugh about it. She's funny. She's very much on the same level as me when she understands. And like we both have our days where we have our dump of venting, but then we
yeah,
circle back around and have a tangible friendship still. So that's a good sign. That's like a green flag of a friendship, like where you can circle back and chuck it to the side and keep going and giggling about it. And support's tangible in that sense. Like if you think about a home or a physical like supporting object, people have, everybody's got a safety net somewhere, like, a dog or a cat, an emotional support animal, or an emotional support stuffed animal. Like my kids both, like even my youngest, the boy, he's got like this giant gorilla that he has to sleep with at night. Like, okay, that's his support system. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Everybody's got their support that it's tangible. It really is. It's more tangible than like inspiration or just the aha things in life. Like you
Yeah, well, it's
can,
like the routines that you and I have been, the tangibles there. Like we both are taking the same collagen powder.
yeah,
Okay. So like the whole effort of like the detoxing, you have to support your system by nourishing it with things that will like speed up the process
hmm,
or, help you feel like just in smoother transition and not feel like you're shocking your system out of a certain state. um you're doing that, you're supporting your body with molecules that it needs to like rebuild and grow. You're
well, you're
supporting
also
your
you're gaining. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. Gaining what?
I was just gonna say you're gaining data that's supporting. You know what I mean? You're creating
Yeah,
that tangible data that also keeps building to your next steps, or you keep going with that. So that's supportive
yeah,
to make it
you're
tangible for
building like
yourself.
you're building like a strength within yourself and a resilience. So like every day that you're waking up, you're feeling good. Like your feel good
Mm-hmm.
is being built by whatever you did the day before, like your consistency,
Yeah.
and that shows up also in your relationships. Like emotions, I think are tangible. Like you feel those, and
Mm-hmm.
when you're in a relationship with or a friendship with somebody that you can like lean on during harder emotional times, or even when you're just feeling flat and you don't have anything to give and they're
Mm-hmm.
able to just like show up for you, that's your like ethereal bond that those are building blocks. So knowing how to like actively listen to somebody and then display curiosity when they're going through their hard times, like
That's good
yeah.
support, and it's good to be mindful on the other side as somebody who's a giver and a receiver, and being able to give that ebb and flow of support for other people, because you don't want to be just a taker.
No.
You want to be as much of a giver as well, and like create that balance in any friendship, relationship, even in at work. Like, yeah, we are receiving pay, but yeah, we got to give back to support them as well. Like, there's a mutual exchange there,
Yeah.
and I would say that's a healthy exchange. Like, yeah, we don't want to go to freaking work, but it's a healthy exchange essentially, because you're being supported financially and their company's thriving because you're there.
Yeah.
And you're doing a good job at it. So it's the ebb and flow of life is essentially a form of support in its sense, or in its own sense.
Another way to look at it too, is sometimes support means like giving people room to stand on their own. Like,
Yes, like tough
they're
love.
yeah, not even tough love. Like, I mean, that's one form of it, but speaking to an experience that happened like this was a couple weeks ago, where your words will be not received well or like needed in that moment, right? Because whatever their process is, they have to like, they're going through their process and they need to be listening to their own intuition. They need to like formulate their own answer, their own path. And
Yeah,
sometimes it can be overstimulating when people are hearing too much from outside sources. That's me also. Like
yeah,
if I'm in a
same.
moment where you know, there's something going on and there's a path that's starting to open up in front of me and I'm not sure which turn to take. And people are saying, well, you should do this, you should do that, da 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 da. And it starts to muddle that like that whisper inside. I'll I'll like basically isolate in a sense to just
Mm-hmm.
make sure that I have the silence to be able to listen. But supporting somebody too is recognizing they when they don't realize they need that and you give it to them anyway.
Yeah,
So like, and it's not taking things personally when you're saying something that ultimately could be beneficial to them. You say your piece and you don't push it. You just say, okay, I can feel it. I can feel that there's a moment here where I think they just need to figure it out on their own and they're not able to like express that right now, and I'm just going to like take a step back and let them do their thing. And
yeah,
then, that support is like giving them their space to make their own decisions, coming back to them with love and like and hearing out like what happened and like what choices did they make, have they put a pause, have they like forged forward. And that's showing people that you trust them and like you support them through their own knowing, you know?
Well, I'll say you as a friend, that's a good characteristic and quality to have in a friendship, and being able to have that awareness. Like that's really wise of you to be able to help have that and sense that for somebody, and not just be like, okay, well, what about me? What do I want to tell you this. I want to make sure you're listening to me, but you're,
Yeah.
self-recognizing that, okay, this person actually really just needs to, I guess you can also relate to that as well, because you said you need that type of space as well. Especially I can understand that when I'm not able to hear my own voice, I have to like go find quiet stillness and like find what is it that is ringing true for me in this situation or in this direction or this choice. Like I said, I have supporting dad and sister and husband, and everybody's always going to have something to say, and want to feel validated in how they respond to you. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to take that away from them, or let their support go unnoticed or unloved. But at the end of the day, I'm going to find my space and figure out what direction is it that's going to be best for me, or
Yeah.
what choice is going to be the best support for me at this time. And a lot of times, if you don't, I'm fortunate to have the support system in my life that if I decide to not take that person's advice and I still follow my own advice, they still support me anyways. Because there are those toxic people out there that are want to project and force you into what they think or feel, and then you kind of get rubbed the wrong way and want to go the wrong direction from them. But those are the types of
Yeah.
people that aren't thinking about you truly.
Yeah. No, they're not. It's almost like a sense of control, or I'm not saying those people are just like trying to control you. It's just
No, it's their love.
Yeah.
They're just not self-aware of like your needs, essentially,
Yeah.
or understanding that it's okay that what you're thinking isn't correct. Like you have to accept that you're not always right, and that you're always not righteous in what you're saying or thinking. And you gotta, I've given bad advice in life. Like I've given bad advice to myself before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shouldn't have
I
eaten
was
those
talking to
cookies.
Ashley
I'm
about
just
this
kidding.
earlier today about the compass, like how like the intuition is strong, and she was saying how um she's like, yeah, mine is strong, but it's for me only. It doesn't work for anybody else. I'm like, that's the point of like intuition, is like it's the compass that only works for you. And like you having people around you that like honor that and like recognize it and trust it and are able to call out like when um not that like you're heading in the wrong direction at all. It's just, I've said this multiple times in other episodes, like I think the pause is sacred. Like I think that being patient and taking a moment, especially when things are like flying at you, it's helpful to just breathe a second and like take a pause, because whatever can't withstand a pause and falls away, uh it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
That's how I view things. So
Yeah.
it helps me like discern like what is gonna stand the test of the time that I'm gonna take to pause until I'm ready to like make a decision. Or um the pause also gives you a moment to like really figure out like what you're feeling, where you're not clouded by the noise, because sometimes the stuff that's coming at you fast is like other people's stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
it's so yeah, that's one way how I support myself, and I try to share that with people, my close circle, or people that are like random people at work that are like asking me or sharing.
Well, dude,
A lot of
sometimes
people
drop it.
share stuff with me at work. Yeah.
It's because you're an empathetic or empathic person, and they can just vent and drop it all on you, and you're like, all right, pause. Not
Pause
today.
1 second. Let's take a moment. Take a deep breath.
Dude, sometimes the best advice comes in one sentence line. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, go pause, go take care of yourself, or just sometimes like you being able to get your one word or sentence out to somebody who's really just dropping it is a good seed planting. I love seed
Yeah.
planting on people and just like dropping little things here and there for their personal support, because I'm like, you don't get anything else from me, but you get a little this and that. All right, go and get.
You're good at that too, because when you, especially when you're
I'm so intentional with a lot of things I say because I hear a lot of things, I interact with a lot of people, and I don't got time for anything else but to either help you evolve or help me evolve or both. You know, like I see everything as a I don't even know how to put it. Everything is for a reason.
Everything's for a reason, and like anything that you say or think has such power over us that it's important to be intentional with what you're saying to people, and you're not just frivolously throwing things around, even if you're joking. Like, I point that out a lot at work, like in my workspace, when people are like fucking around and they're saying like crazy shit or they're degrading themselves in like a joking light, I can't help but say, like, yo, you gotta watch your words, man. Like, don't say that about yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I have to flip that script because it can become such a snowballed intense effect.
Well, dude, that's what I'm saying about those little seeds that you're planting. You're probably planting a seed that person is going to think about for the next 5 to 10 years of their life. And over time, it's going to help evolve them and help their life in a way. Like, we all want to help the world and change the world. But like, that's where I believe planting these little seeds of wisdom and encouragement to people is the ripple of what's going to change the world. It's not going to be these big, like, come on, grab your swords and your, staffs. Let's run to the fields. No, that's not it. It's these small acts of kindness and intention that are literally going to ripple out into everyone. And, I think back to in high school, and I had a buddy in art class, and he said something to me that I think about all the time. And I've reached out to him years and years later and let him know that he still plays a part in my brain all the time.
What did he say?
He said to me, the one thing that I do not like to do is waste time because that's something I will never get back. And that has just like stuck with me since that day in art class. I remember sitting at the table, looking at his area, looking at the buddy next to me, and we're all just chit-chatting, and that just has always like stayed with me. And I think that it's honestly been a big ripple in my life to making sure my moments count, my words count. And it's just like really evolved me as a person and a lot of my perspectives and things that I do in life. And
how you just get shit done. Because we were talking about that the other day. Like, when you decide something, you move and you shake. Like,
I hate wasting time. Literally, thank you, Brian. If you're watching, Brian, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Yes.
Like, that literally has been implemented into my life since then. And how old am I now? I'm about to be 35. That was when I was 18. So yeah, 17 years of positively affecting me. So you never know what a sentence or a word or, when people I am a part-time cashier at work. So I interact and exchange with customers all the time. And I can see them coming from the door. I can read their energy. I can read their body language. I can tell if they've had a good day or a bad day. And I try to vibe and pull them up a little bit. And even if they're having a good day and they're feeling, hey, all right, yeah, I bump it up with them. I'm making sure that they're leaving the house feeling good. And if somebody's coming in and they're not having a great day, they're low, they're paying a car note when they come to see me. So a lot of people are paying a lot of money when they come to see me, and they kind of dump their sadness on me. And I'm like, well, you know what? You're getting it done. You're doing it. You're taking care of your business. Good job. Like, you know what? See you in 2 weeks. We'll do it all over again. Well, maybe that's not too encouraging, but it's like, I try to
that's awesome. You don't get that. That's like top notch customer service right there.
Right? I haven't had a complaint yet.
So good. You're like, you're doing a good job paying your car payment. Look at you.
I try to boost them up, and I think people actually walk away feeling a little bit better about themselves because I try to pull them out of the funk. Paying a lot of money to continue on is a lot. The average car note nowadays is like $500-600 a month.
It's crazy.
Plus full coverage insurance. If you're have a finance thing, you're paying $700-800 a month. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
I don't know.
I'm paying like $700 for my insurance and my car payment.
Wow.
Crazy. I was looking at it. I only have like $8,000 left on my car.
Oh, dude, that's
I'm,
nice. You should
I'm,
file your taxes and plop that shit on there, right onto the principal.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
file your taxes and plop it on the principal. Your interest rate, bye bye. It'll just go
Okay.
down. It'll go down.
We'll have to
That's
have a little conversation about this.
excuse me, sorry, got a tickle in my throat. Um, yes, and I'll share more about my experience with you on
Okay.
that conversation. But yeah,
Perfect.
but you know what? Taking care of your business, that is supporting yourself. You're carrying
Yeah.
yourself into the next moment. You know, get up and take care of your business. That is support in its own sense. And if you can shift your mind and change your mindset and try to have a positive attitude that you can keep doing this and you're doing a great job. Pat yourself on the back every time you do something supportive or good for yourself, or you take care of business, or you get something over with. Like that is literally a mental checklist, and that is support. Like feeling those things getting checked off the list is like a great way to support your mental health and your stamina, like
Yeah.
of being able to keep doing it and keep going.
Yeah. And not to just be like, well, I had to do it anyway, like it whatever, it's
Yeah.
not a big
Well, your
deal. No,
attitude
it
affects a lot of it.
celebrate everything that you can.
Yeah.
Everything that you can do to celebrate, do it, because that's how I have been struggling with routine consistency for like all of my 20s. Okay? I couldn't. I was all over the place doing all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
shit, and being in this like grounded space right now where I'm like I'm in my own zone, I'm doing these things. It was hard to like get that ball rolling, and the only way that I was able to do it is like positive self-talk and just being like, okay, good job, you did this, or
So
that's a
relatable.
win. It's small
Yeah.
wins, and it's so annoying. I'm annoyed saying this because you hear these things from anybody talking on like other podcasts or scrolling on TikTok or YouTube shorts, and they're like, celebrate your small wins, tell yourself good job. But why has it taken so long for it to like click for me? It's almost like it's just recently that I've been able to do that without having some sort of shame or like thinking that I was silly for doing it. And I can't even tell you like, well, yes, I can. I have gotten so sick of my shit that I was like, anything, I will try anything. And I've just been so sick of my own shit that I've gotten to a point where yes, I will say that. I will celebrate. And I'm a stubborn person. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm glad that I'm here right now and I'm doing it, you know?
Bro, it's so relatable what you're saying. Like I am sure you and I are not the only ones going through that shit where we're tired of
Yeah.
our own shit, and that was me 4 months ago. Like I have been staying consistent with like working out and trying to do better and stick with my routine because I am sick of my shit too. And I
Yeah.
want
I
to
think
be better.
it's been so amazing to see how organically like all three of us girls, and then seeing how like Ashley's friends have we're all in like a same kind of hone in vibe, and knowing that other people are doing it for themselves and being in that like same kind of circle where we're focused on, you know, nixing something out, whether it's alcohol, weed, this, that, or the other
Mm-hmm.
thing, and we're dedicated to like ourselves and our health journey in this, that way or another. It's like that that is support, knowing that you have people that are going for the same goals that you are to an extent, whatever thing it is, but it's to better themselves. That's a very mentally supportive thing where you don't feel like you're alone. It's hard to do
Yeah.
these things by yourself. If you have
Yeah, for
friends that are
sure.
still getting drunk and partying, like, and they don't accept you, or they're trying to get you to like come out because, you know, oh well, you did this with us all the time, like
Well, it's
that's
kind of like a
hard.
self-pity party when you think about that kind of person, or not that, not in a mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but like people who can't get over their own self-loathing and sit beneath substances all the time and have to party and woohoo and all this shit all the time and can't sit still, basically. Those are the people that want you, they don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you come and sit in their pity party with them and have your own pity and mope and be sad. Like I am surrounded by people like that at work, and I have been losing weight. I have been getting compliments about it, and I've been starting to wear smaller clothing. And I have a couple of people that are like, oh well, It's because I'm on a certain medication that's helping. And they're like, oh, it's because you're on this medication. It's not you. And I'm like, bitch, I am working my ass off. I am fucking coming home and I'm doing 50 squats a day. Like I am.
Ew.
Yeah, it's like it's
Fuck that bitch. Sorry.
right.
No sorry. Fuck you,
I,
bitch.
I swerve when I see her. I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go in on the other door because I don't want that negativity in my life. And guess
Yeah.
what? Like I have been nothing but supportive and encouraging to that person because they are excessively overweight. But I watch them eat lots of shitty food. They bring Taco Bell for breakfast, McDonald's for lunch, Burger King on the way out the door. Like if you eat like that and you feel like shit and you have no energy, you're gonna have a shitty attitude. You're gonna have a
Yeah.
shitty perspective on life. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just the fact of the matter. Whatever you're fueling yourself with is going to be what you're putting out. And
Yeah.
I am making the choice to be a positive person, be positive for myself, and put out positive ripples. Like
Yeah.
that is how I want to live my life. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a good chicken sandwich from Burger King every once in a while. That shit's yeah, right. It's a chicken sandwich slaps. Like don't get me wrong, but it's like finding the balance for yourself. And honestly, I've been making the choices because I've had a couple of like shitty meals in the last month. We were on vacation, so being on the road, you're always gonna see you gotta fast food's your choice unless you pack a fucking lunch with a cooler and ice, and nobody's got time for all that when you're trying to get quickly to another state. Like you're just like, get in the car, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
As quick as
let's go.
can.
We got time to make.
We got 12 hours to get through this shit. So yeah, and I didn't feel happy. I felt shitty afterwards. Like I physically felt shitty. Like my gut was upset. Like I wasn't feeling good. So it's kind of a good way to see that the support and things that I've been putting into my body and doing for myself have been working out for myself.
Yeah.
So it's some good data over here.
It's good stuff. We're collecting good vibes. Good
Sorry,
data.
I'm not trying to talk shit about somebody at work. That was I feel shitty about saying all that, but I was just trying to give a good example of like putting, don't put shitty stuff in your body and then project your shittiness on me.
Yeah, you're not part of the support circle if you're doing that.
No, and I, like I said, I'm in a new state. I want to make friends. I want to find community. It's been kind of tough. I've found one person so far that I can add to my community. And even though that one's better than none.
Yeah, and one is still quality. Some toxicity
there. Yeah,
it's
one is
quality over quantity. And it's hard when you're really just selecting from one pool of people where it's like at work. Like when you're not able to do hobbies where
I'm in a small town too, and there is no bar scene here. There is no music scene here. It's like what's funny is Madison's made a really cool friend group, and the kids' parents, they all like to get outdoors and hike and swim, and I'm like, hey, let's all get together and be friends. So I'm like, okay, this is how I'm gonna make friends.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, it's through the kids. Like, what do their parents like to do? That's awesome. And then they're all just vibing. Yeah. And then oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Yeah, we have something planned for in the next couple of weeks for the end of the summer before the kids go back to school. We're all going to go kick it at the lake all day. So I'm excited.
Love that. Yeah, the lake is clutch, man. I want to do a camping trip soon.
I do too. Hey, we're going to be camping in October if you make it out.
It's true, we are. We're going to be camping in it. I know, but October is like, it's not even that far away.
Perfect. But... it's perfect weather.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect weather. It's not going to be hot. This is good.
This is good shit. Good support here. Good support. Well, you wanna wrap this episode up, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, let's wrap it.
Anything else you want to wrap? Okay.
Well, we can kind of wrap this with a ritual. Just something super simple. It was something I did this week where it was kind of in a flash, and we've talked about this before. I think it was on the last Earth episode about grounding your body in the earth and taking your shoes off and just stepping in the grass. And, speaking out loud, something that doesn't serve you anymore, or you are picking up on somebody else's things and you're just like, oh, this isn't fully mine. I'm going to let it go. And, just kind of let the warmth sink on your face and your shoulders and your chest, and close your eyes and breathe for like a couple seconds. Very grounding, very supportive, and a great reset for yourself in any moment that you're having. So that's always something that you can lean on.
Yeah, I don't think we said that much in this episode about touching the earth and feeling the earth, but anytime you're feeling uneasy, a little jittery.
Yeah. It's go be with the earth. My dog recently got neutered, and on these walks that I'm taking him on, all he wants to do is sit in the grass. And I know what he's doing is like recalibrating and being like where he can just ground and like feel normal. Cause I live, in a building where I'm not close to the floor. I'm like up stories. So that, like, especially with animals, they feel that dissociation. So, when he's outside, he's not trying to just like go the distance anymore. He's like, I just want to sit, and like he'll watch the cars go by and he's just vibing because I don't have a yard. So he's grounding. It's cute.
That is cute. Didn't you say a couple weeks ago he was sitting under the trees too?
He was, yeah.
He wanted to be in the tree or like under the tree.
He was all up on that tree trunk just sitting, and like I'm like, okay, dude, let's go. It's hot. And he's like looking at me like, nope, you're gonna sit down too. I'm like, oh. Okay. So now
it's cool
like,
when your pets know before you do.
Yeah, they're still support system. They're here to like tell you what's up, I trust him.
In their own way.
My dude.
Yeah, Clover's a good guy.
Yeah.
You closing out with a little Palo Santo?
Yeah. Palo Santo.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This was episode number 9, Earth and Support. We're going to close this chapter up next time with Ether and Awe. So we're going to be talking about the awe of life. Woo!
I'm excited. We're going to be on chapter 3.
We're getting there.
We really are.
We're building. We're building some substance here.
We sure are. I'm excited about what we've been doing. Congrats, pat on the back to us for getting this far.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
We're gender fluid here.
As long as you show up, we're cool.
Yeah.
Show up and you're supportive.
I got that. That's easy.
Yep. All right. Well, until next time.
See you next time,
y'all. Bye, everybody.
Bye.